Thank you, Maharaj. Now I request the most revered Swami Tyaganandaji Maharaj to deliver the special address.
Satoma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Aviravi Manyehi Rudrayate Dakshinam Mukham Te Namami Mahi Nitya. Respected Swami Shukadevanandaji Maharaj, all the respected Swamis, Principal, the staff and everyone. Very happy to be here. As Secretary Swamiji said, I had the great privilege to be in Chennai for many years, and every time I come here on a visit, it all feels like homecoming. And as I see all of you here, this also is a very familiar setting, because in Boston, where I am presently, the mutt there is closely associated with many educational institutions. In fact, Boston is primarily a college town. There's close to 20 universities and almost 120 colleges, small and big. And so whenever I'm seeing or addressing young people like all of you, I feel very much at home. So Swami Ramakrishnanandaji's birthday that we celebrated yesterday at the Mutt, at the Mylapore Mutt, and that we are celebrating here today. One thing that we all need to keep in mind is that but for him, none of us would be here. The Vivekananda College and all the great institutions of the Ramakrishna order in southern India became possible because of this great saint, this great monk whom Swami Vivekananda sent here. His sacrifice, his vision is the source from which these great institutions have come. And so it's not only a matter of gratitude, but also a hope that if we utilize the opportunity well, then not only will our own future be secured, but we can become better instruments in taking our great country forward. Oftentimes in America, I have met people who come and tell me, I was once a student of the Vivekananda College. And they say so very proudly. And they are doing so well. Financially and in every respect, they have attained success in life. Every one of you here has that capacity to do so. So when you continue your studies here at the Vivekananda College, recognize that you are at a place in which great people like you who have studied hard, make their future and become very successful. And you also have that opportunity to do so. One way of doing that is, in addition to your studies, if you can instill in your life some basic moral and ethical values. Swami Ramakrishnananda himself was a great scholar in mathematics. So brilliant academically and also profoundly spiritual. So one thing to keep in mind is that interest in religion or spirituality is not in conflict with your daily studies. So if someone tells you Or don't try to become true religious now, because then your studies will be affected. Don't believe them. Because the more interest you take in the lives of these great saints and try to mold your lives according to them, you will find that your own studies will improve also. Because, as Swami Vivekananda pointed out, the secret of education is concentration, focusing the mind. And in the kind of times in which we live, it is so easy to get distracted. If you choose to sacrifice some of the distractions right now and focus on your studies, the whole of your life as you grow up, you will find you have plenty of time to enjoy everything that you want. But if you want to be successful later, you must put in some effort now. To that effect, I would like to share with you some 4 simple exercises that we all can practice. You don't have to read too many religious books. You don't have to become religious scholars if you are not interested. If you are interested, great. Of course you can read it. But even as you pursue your studies in different subjects, if you keep these 4 exercises in mind, I can guarantee you that you will attain everything that you want. You will be wealthy, you will be happy, you will be prosperous, you will be contented. And that's exactly what many of us need and many of us want. So what are these 4 exercises? These 4 exercises constitute 2 things that we need to forget and 2 things that we need to remember. I will first mention which are the 2 things that we need to forget. First thing to forget is all the good that you have done, all the help that you have done to other people, just forget about it. Keep on doing good. Keep on helping other people. Lead a good life. But don't keep that thought in your mind, oh, I am so good, I am so helpful, I am more charitable than other people. Because thinking like that only increases your ego. And once the ego increases, your concentration will go, your focus will go, you will not be happy anymore. So first thing to do is, do the right thing, do the good thing. As Krishna says in the Gita, Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Keep on doing good, don't seek the results. Now, we sometimes think, if I don't seek the results, I will not get them, which is not true. Once you put in your effort, what you're going to get, you're going to get. Nobody can take it away from you. But you don't have to be all the time thinking about it. So what is our duty right now is to find out in my present stage of life what my duty is. At every stage, our duty will change. When you are students, there is a student dharma. The duties associated with student life, if you carry out those duties well, you will see after some time when you grow up, when you start a family, you get married, then your student duties will considerably be reduced. Then you have a different set of duties, the duties associated with family. Similarly, the workplace that you, later on when you start your career and you go to your workplace, there will be duties associated with your workplace. There will never be a time in your life that you will be free from duties. But secret is this: if you carry out your duties sincerely, honestly, you will find tremendous benefit. You will find the joy, the peace, the wealth that you seek, everything will come. So keep on doing good, keep on doing the right thing, and once having done it, don't think about it again. It is said, Ashahi paramam dukkham, nairashyam paramam sukham. What it simply means is this: Do the right thing, don't expect anything back. Oftentimes what happens is, you help your friend, and then your friend doesn't even say thank you. And then later on when you need help yourself, if that friend doesn't help you, then you feel very bad. You feel, oh, I helped this friend, but when I'm in need, this friend didn't help me. Now that kind of thinking doesn't help at all. So what this exercise is, that keep helping whoever is in need. Do the right thing and forget about it. Because if you don't have any expectations, you will be happy right now. So first thing, forget all the good that you have done, but keep on doing good. The second exercise, the second thing to forget is forget all the bad that other people have done to you. That is very difficult. Sometimes some people hurt you, some people have done something which has upset you, and you keep in your heart feelings of anger, hatred about other people. Now when you keep that in your heart, that anger and hatred, it hurts you. It prevents you from focusing on your duty. It may interfere with your studies. It may interfere in your enjoyment. So keeping that kind of a grudge or hatred about other people is very, very bad for your both physical health and also mental health. So here is this another secret of happiness is, if anybody has hurt you, don't keep it in your mind. If you want to address it, go and speak with the person, say what has hurt you, and try to resolve it in a very decent way, rather than getting into violence, either through words or through physical violence. So that is the way we must do. Two things to forget. Forget the good things that you have done, forget the bad that other people have done to you, but keep on doing the right thing. Now, two things to remember. The first thing to remember is that everything changes, everything passes away. Once one king had a question. He asked his advisor and said, "Can you tell me one teaching, listening to which a happy person will become sad and a sad person will become happy? Just one teaching which will produce this effect." And then that advisor said, there is only one statement which can make a happy man sad and a sad man happy. And that is, "This too shall pass away," that nothing is permanent in life. So if you are happy, enjoy your happiness, but recognize that happiness also has its limits. Everyone's life is filled with joy as well as sorrow. There will be moments in your life when you will be filled with happiness, but you will find that also will end. So don't be sad, don't be depressed if your happiness, if your good time comes to an end, because that is just how life is. The good news is that if you are unhappy, if you are sad, if you are suffering, even that will come to an end. No suffering is permanent. No pain is permanent. So this is a very, very important thing to remember, that nothing lasts. Everything moves, everything changes. In fact, the word samsara in Sanskrit, samsara itself means that which is constantly moving, that which is constantly changing. Now you're young and death might seem to be something very far away. But we sometimes make the mistake of thinking that only old people die. And we know, if you think about it, young people die too. And so, as we grow older, you will see, you will have to encounter the reality of separation, the reality of death. Perhaps a close friend, perhaps a member of your family will either die or will move to a far-off place. Now, we need that strong mental capacity to be able to deal with these changes in life. So when we remember that nothing is permanent, that everything changes, we will be able to take these separations and deaths of near and dear ones in our own stride. Because if we are not able to do it, we will be so overwhelmed that we will not be able to do our work properly. So remembering that everything changes, everything moves, nothing is permanent, helps us come to grips with the reality of life. That is one thing to remember. And a second thing to remember is that everything is changing, nothing is permanent. There is only one thing that is permanent. There is only one thing that will never change. That one thing is God. That one thing is your own true self, the Atman. What Krishna again and again speaks about, especially in the second chapter of the Gita, about the Atman. That Atma, the real self, the divine in your heart, that will never change. Everything else will go away. Even the body that you have will one day grow old and go away. No matter how much healthy food you eat, no matter how much exercise you take, one day every one of us is going to grow old, and one day this body is going to go. You cannot keep the body permanently. Same thing with the mind. When you are young, the mind has a lot of energy, is a lot of capacity. But as we get older, the capacity of the mind also then begins to loosen. The body and mind are always changing. But there is something within us which will not change. There is something within us which is always constant. That constant truth, that constant reality, that self, the Atman, is God dwelling in our own heart. If we are able to hold on to recognize the presence of God in our own heart, we will have no difficulty in life. We'll be able to deal with the challenges, with the problems that we have more in a mature way if we remember that God dwells in our own heart. Now, if God dwells in my heart, it means God dwells in the heart of everyone, not just in my heart, but in the heart of everyone in front of me. So, respect. There is so much emphasis that we have about respect, that we must respect our mother, respect our father, respect our teachers, right from the Vedas. That's also what we chanted in the beginning today. Matradevo Bhava, Pitradevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Why is this teaching given in our Shastras? To remind us that God dwells in the hearts of all. Not just respect your teachers, your parents and everyone. Respect your friend. Doesn't mean respect only elders. You can respect even others of your own age. You can respect even people who are younger than you. There is no high or low in life. You might hold high positions in life, but that doesn't mean that someone with a lower position, we speak about here class 3 staff, class 4 staff, and then there is this hierarchy, someone at the top, someone at the bottom. What Swami Vivekananda taught and what Swami Ramakrishnananda's life shows is that there are no high and low. Even whom society sees as low deserves as much or perhaps more respect than anybody else. So if you learn to respect everyone, and not just human beings, even animals, even plants, there is so much problem all the world over about environment, about air pollution, about water, the quality of water going down, about deforestation. If we learn to recognize that God dwells in this beautiful planet in which we live, that God dwells in the trees, God dwells in the plants, God dwells in dogs and cats, even the dog that you see by your roadside. Don't just throw stones and kick at the dog. There is God present even in that. So if you make a constant effort to feel the presence of God, not only among your friends, among your teachers, among your parents, not only presence of God inside a temple, but that God is present in the garden, God is present in every person you meet on the street. So respect will become a very natural tendency of the mind. A couple of years ago, when I was in Japan, it was so impressive. I can never forget it even now. It's become a part of Japanese culture that whenever two people meet, they just bow down like this. Even when you're traveling in a train, the ticket collector enters the compartment. Before beginning checking the tickets, the ticket collector bows down to all the passengers, then starts collecting the tickets. Even the people who are selling tea and coffee in the train, when they enter the compartment, they all bow down with respect. And people bow down in return. That's wonderful. They may not have studied the Vedas, they may not have studied the Gita, but they have learned the importance of respect. And because they learn that respect, you can see how advanced Japan is today. But that culture of respect must be developed in our own country as well. We have this now Swachha Bharat Andolan, keeping the place clean. Why should we keep the place clean? Not because someone has asked you to do it, not because it's become now a kind of a government program, but no, the earth, the environment, the surrounding in which we live, God is present there as well. So when you go and clean the area around your home, you keep the campus, the Vivekananda Vidyapit, the college, has such a great campus. If you take an effort to keep this campus clean, that also is worship. That also is showing respect. And if you do that, you will see it will help in your own individual lives as well. I have always heard, wherever I have gone, great things about Vivekananda College. So, those who have been part of this college before, the students before you, have brought good name to this college. Now, it's your responsibility to keep that prestige high by studying hard, by keeping the college campus clean, by developing this culture of respect, and remembering these four things. If you do this, I can guarantee you that everything that you seek in life will come. Because merely book studies, studying books and getting high grades and good marks and getting a first class, you might think you're successful, but that does not guarantee that you will be happy in life. That does not guarantee that you will be contented in life. But in addition to your excellence in studies, you need to develop this respect, this culture of respect, this culture of recognizing that God dwells in all. And the more you do it, even if your efforts are not fully successful, even if you make a lot of mistakes, that doesn't matter. If you make a sincere effort, you will see that not only will your parents be proud of you, not only will your college be proud of you, you will be able to be proud of your own selves. To that effect, when you read the life of Swami Ramakrishnananda, the life of Vivekananda, the life of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sharada Devi, you will see so much we can learn from them. Every incident from their life will bring something to the heart and say, yes, this is something I can practice in my own life. So I would encourage you, no need to get very big books. Even if you get these tiny little books. When I was little, there were these small little books, Thus Spake Vivekananda, or Thoughts of Power, tiny little books with quotations. Even those were so very helpful. So I would encourage you, as much as it is possible, in whichever language you feel comfortable, get these books, imbibe these thoughts, try to live up to it, and you will be happy. May the blessings of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji, and Swami Ramakrishnanandaji be with you and make you happy, peaceful, contented, and successful in every way. Namaskar.